Hello, everybody, and welcome to Freedom Friday. And we've got Suddenly Saturday, and we're going to do Soul Surfing Sunday because it's going to be a long weekend for all of us. So much is coming in. I heard last night that Cue the Card said how long this information thing will happen. 8 years. This year is 8 years. So we've been in this for a long time. We really just didn't pay attention. We knew things were wonky out there, but we just didn't know how crazy everything was. But we've been working on ourselves, and that is the most important thing right now. We can't work on anybody else. We have to work on ourselves because we have to get ourselves prepared for the Jubilee and the most amazing world that we're going into. We are going into paradise on earth, the Garden of Eden, whatever you want to say about it, your paradise. We need to make it what we want to make it. And don't make it any, don't lessen yourself for anything because we've been so programmed in the 3D world, we don't even know how beautiful it really is because we've always been enslaved by the machine, the puppet masters. So we're getting out of the puppet masters. We're taking our freedom back, and it's one person at a time. We have to remember if we don't change the 3D aspect of ourself, we're not going to be able to handle the 5D because the 5D is so much more enlightenment and using your telekinesis and your psychic and everything you are. That's what you'll be using because it's not going to be all about slave energy for them. It's going to be a beautiful energy to create the world we want. So we are going to get started today. I tried to make it for Thor Thursday. It just wasn't happening. There is so much going on in my world. I can just imagine what's going on in your world. So, okay, we're going to start this out because I got scribbled. My paper is so scribbled, channeling messages that it's just, I gotta read it right. We've got, 820, no, wait, we got 823 of 2024, which is a 21, which is a 3, which is a divine message that we're starting out on. And we've got suddenly Saturday is 824, 2024, which is a 22, which is a master number. It doubles in the power. We don't take it anywhere. We just leave it 22. And we've got Soul Surfing Sunday is 825 of 2024 to 25, and 5 is a change. So we are going to start this reading out with Soul Helper Oracle, and I got a surprise for everyone. We got a new deck, a new message, and I've got another one on the way. So we are going to get some new messages today and a lot more in the next week or so. This is a number 8. This is infinity. This is unity. This is one with the world. And she live in this world as a dreamer, create a future paradise. This is what I was just talking about. Anytime that I start channeling messages, they always coincide with the cards that we are getting. Even though I'm channeling the messages before I get the cards, the channeled message will flow around the cards. So the dreamers of this world are active creators of their own lives and futures, in close touch with their imagination and inventiveness. A powerful creative potential awaits each of us when we tap into these aspects of ourselves. With its perfectly balanced energy, each daydream has the potential for fulfillment. There is no ego and no relentless desire, just the pure feeling of dreaming itself. Dreamers are deeply connected with their own magic. Whether they are aware of it or not, when they dream, they let go of everything and enter a space where only magic exists. Keep your bold, brave, and beautiful dreams safe in your heart. They are worth more than all the riches of the world. Dream with every fiber of your being, for the benefit of all living creatures. It is your mission, indeed your responsibility, to imagine in your dreams a world like a paradise. Dream a better world for all of us. Such a world can ultimately only be created by those capable of imagining it. This is the ancient cosmic law of analogy, as within, so without. Only what is within us can be manifested in the outside world. Give your dreams and the images you see in your mind's eye even greater power by experiencing them more intensely so that they can guide you towards your potential. This card indicates that you are in a time in which dreams have more creative power than ever before. Your feelings and emotions are the magic that will make your dreams come true more quickly. Make use of their light and give in to your dreams. Dream a paradise for all living things. Visualize it every day and intensify these dreams with the helper's suggested. Your helpers for the next 21 days, the power animal is the otter. The herbal essence is sandalwood. Healing crystal is the Moku marbles, and number is 8. Number 8 tells you that now is the time for harmony, calm, and a place of retreat. You have been given the gift of a light that opens your mind and delivers the strength to create something that will last for all time. Should you want it to do so, number 8's energy field opens up eternity for you. It is renewal, paradise, spirituality, calm, mindfulness, and the completion of transformation. That is what we are doing. We are transferring out of the crazy 3D aspect. There she's in 4D getting ready to cross to 5D. We have to use our imaginations, which we really never did before. We never really did it to, like, for a collective and say that we want to change the world. We just did it for our own self. Now is when we have to do it for the world. The world will count on us to do something different. If we are connecting to who we're supposed to be at this point, which I know we are, we're going to be a whole different person when this is all done. Now we got a new deck, Magical Spirit Oracle. Look at that. You know, I really love the pictures and the messages from some of the cards that I get. They're not normal. I like everything's unusual, everything's new. I like pieces of the whole picture put together, and the cards usually do it. Now, the first card we got was I'm not underestimating my own magic anymore. Magic, power, beginnings, transformation. Look at that card. She is walking the magic trail. Look at the magic she's leaving behind. And she's going into the sun. She's got her eyes a little open, kind of watching, but she's giving the universe her all. Look at right in front of the sun. I trust in the magic and power within me. If you have pulled this card, you are entering a powerful and pivotal era in your life. Royal energy of the Queen and King, your highest self is so proud of you. You are undergoing a spiritual and psychological transformation after a journey of obstacles. Though it may feel new and unfamiliar, it is a potent place for you to grow, take action, and trust yourself more than you ever have before. Do you see how beautiful the sunrise is? It brings with it so many possibilities, adventures, and excitement. Be brave. Try something new. You've got this. Stop feeding the demon of doubt in your head. Instead, give it love and watch it turn into an angel. It's okay to hit a learning curve. It's okay to make mistakes, especially when you accept accountability for them and try to do better next time while giving yourself more grace, compassion, and forgiveness. You're not going to get it all right or perfect, and you're not supposed to. You're meant to live the fullest and truest expression of yourself. You're meant to feel fully alive. Take the higher path you feel called to. You are the hero of the story, and it's time to stop underestimating how powerful you are. You are capable of so much. You can be a fair and balanced ruler in your own life. All the spiritual guidance you need is within you. I love that message so far. Your connection with your own magic and with spirit is very strong, especially at this point in your journey. Remember to trust yourself. You, more than anybody, know where to go next, even if it's just to a place of peace and contentment in your psyche. That is also a path. And if you are coming from turbulence that is more than enough, sometimes the journey can only be walked from within. Go to that next place, do the next thing. It's time. Here's a manifest enhancer on this card. Take action and try new things. Even baby steps are better than nothing. Practice being brave and allowing yourself to make mistakes. But more than anything, walk that higher path. Your highest self is watching and guiding you. Light a candle for them and seek connection and communication on your journey. They are always within you. They are you. Wow, I love that card. I knew I loved this deck when I started looking at the cards. I didn't even read the cards. I just looked at the cards because I thought, wow, whoever did the artwork on these, this is Alexis Rockin that did this, but the artwork on these, I just love. Now we got another one. And I took it because I was only going to do one with this one, but I took it because it's a 14, which is a 5, which is change. And we did have 825 of 2024 is 25 goes down to a 5. So it's Flower Child, momentum, creativity, and action. Ooh, look at her. Look at that. She's got flowers planted in her hair. She's got flowers in her book. She's got, those are little bees flying around her. She's in the water, the murky water. In her book says, I hope that you love everyone else. You learn to make yourself. Okay, wait. I hope, I don't know if I can, it says, I hope that, oh, okay, over. I thought it said lover. I thought it was blending into the thing. Okay. I hope that over everyone else, you learn to make yourself proud. Oh, I love that. Yeah, we've been practicing manifesting. We've been practicing clearing our mind in meditation. We've been re-looking at mystery school gradually because mystery school has to gradually get in it. We can't dive full force into mystery school because we've got to take care of some things on this world too that have manifested itself, and we've got to smooth it out because we are going into the new world. So, self pollination, momentum, creativity, and action. I am the beekeeper of my own garden that grows. It's so easy to accidentally live for others, for their approval, praise, and validation. The ego thrives off this. It's easier for it to exist and make choices that way. But more than ever, now is a time to take your focus off the wants of others and start focusing on the poles of your soul and heart. Even if it doesn't seem right, what does spirit call you to do? What is it that you really want to do, to feel? Ironically, perhaps channeling your energy, there will end up being the best service to others, not desperate attempts to satisfy that come from lack, comfortableness, and scarcity. Dear flower child, throwing her seeds and flowers, you are blooming even when you thought you couldn't. Your sweetness is now attracting the bees. Think of your energy channel as bees that pollinate, nourish flowers and growth. You have the power to summon them and send them wherever you want. Where will you send them, Queen Bee? Remember this. This card has an energy of royalty behind it. What you say and what you think has great power behind it now. With so many bees on your side, now is a potent time for creativity, projects, and taking action on whatever it is that you really want to do. Anything you act on or set intentions for has the perfect sacred soil right now on the physical and metaphysical levels. So plant your seeds. Magic flower child, you are ripe with power and possibility. Use it. Drawing this card can also be an affirmation of self-love and of honoring your own sacred life. You're at a place of rich soil, soul, and nutrients. You planted yourself, watered yourself, and you've grown so much because of it. And so you shall continue, even when it feels that you've been buried, you still find a way to flourish. There's still more, but I got to get some coffee. I hope coffee and cards. I hope you got brought your coffee. Oh my goodness. Sweet and creamy. Mm. Okay, this is the manifestation enhancer. Get clear on what areas you want to see your bees energy and focus go to. Take action and take the first step on any project or ideas you have. Even if they seem super small, you have momentum. You will be surprised at how much flow and power you seem to have right now. Write your projects or ideas down and organize them. Put them into actionable steps. Break them down into bite-sized pieces and then eat them up. You got this, Queen Bee. Ooh, we do. We've got this. We've been working and working and working on ourselves. Now, I love that. And my new one coming, I've seen a couple I want, but we're going to start with two this month because we've got so many that we work out of, now, trying to give direction on our life path right now because it's really hard. Our life path is so confusing because we've been so manipulated. Okay, now we have ourselves together. We have to work on ourselves. We've been working on ourselves. We can't work on anybody else. I see people more or less working on everybody else, but not themselves. And we've got to remember, we got to step back a little bit and work on ourselves. People will find their way when they find it. We can't force, we tried to wake everybody up in the beginning and it just didn't work. It wasn't working. And everybody has to go through the dark night of the soul themselves. They got to learn how to meditate. They got to learn how to manifest. They've got to learn that what they want, they can have. I've already had two things that manifested. I'm working on the third one. I'll let you know because these are private, these are personal. Mine are personal. If they're personal, don't tell anybody. If there's something that you've seen that it worked, tell somebody. Uh, you know, just give them a little piece of magic and they might take it from there. This is a 31, which is a 4, and it's seek balance, overwhelmed. And this reminds me of the juggling girl that we got the other day in the Earth card. She had too much on her plate, and I think a lot of us are really overwhelmed. I was really overwhelmed the last few weeks, but now I'm trying, when we get another storm, everybody gets kooky. We get kooky, they get kooky, everybody gets kooky. So I'm just trying to get over anything, we're all going to have a dark night of the soul. It's never going to end, but we have to learn how to use those triggers and not let those triggers manipulate our mind when they're happening, because the triggers can really work on you, and you could be thinking all kinds of things and it's not what you think. uh Perception is in the eye of the beholder, literally. And I really like him. He's got some like wings on his shoulders, and he's just juggling energy and overwhelmed and juggling too many things right now. Clarify and prioritize to bring peace and harmony to your life. Yeah, that's what me and my husband are doing. We've got a few things we've got to do. We were supposed to do today and we didn't do it, but we're prioritizing our home right now and ourselves. We're working on ourselves. In a world of stress and confusion, of constantly juggling commitments, workloads, and self imposed pressures, balance can seem always just out of reach. And you'll work on what you need to do just as soon as you finish this project. Make that deadline, catch up on an outside commitment, hear back from the person. But you can't keep waiting for the perfect time, because it will never come. You need to take steps to deal with the overwhelm, or you'll drown in all the busyness. When this card appears, it's a sign of just how overwhelmed you are. There is a disparity in your current situation. It could be an external imbalance, such as a power struggle or impossible work expectations, or it might be an internal imbalance, like a lack of energy, a health problem, or overcommitment issues. Whatever it is, it's time to take action. One of the key lessons is that no is a complete sentence. You don't have to explain why you can't do something. Come up, come up with an elaborate excuse or justify your decision, nor should you feel guilty for honoring yourself and your time and energy. There aren't enough hours in the day to do everything you have to do, let alone want to do. So you need to figure out what is most important and focus on that. Before anything else, remember that you're a grown up. You have ultimate power over what you do and don't do, and how you allocate your time. It can help to discover that what works best for you. I'm going to say something, because I had plans today. I had plans to get some things done, and my husband didn't feel like it. And I'm like, "Oh, that's okay." We have to not push people out of their comfort zone. If I said that, I would hope my husband says, okay. We shouldn't be arguing the point, well, we got to do this. Da, 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 da. If it doesn't have to be done today, it doesn't have to be done today. If you need to section off separate days for separate projects and not let them bleed into each other, that's fine too. Can you easily delegate tasks, or is this your major struggle? Are you most productive in the morning? And if so, should do the most pressing things then? Or does it suit you better to tick off the lower priority tasks first, then dive into the important stuff when you already feel a sense of accomplishment? Or are you more creative at night and need to factor that into your schedule? How much of your overwhelm is because you're too shy or too people pleasing to turn down requests for your time, and that you feel obligated to help others at the expense of your own needs? You can't help others from an empty well, and people will respect you more if you set the limits and respect your own boundaries. Remind yourself you can only do what you can do. If a task is not achievable or a time frame is too short, say so. renegotiate the deadline, explain that you can do in the time available and possible, options for others, ways to meet it that won't lead to unbearable stress on you. Often the other person is unaware of how unreasonable their request is and would welcome a discussion and solution to the problem. Be gentle on yourself. Don't beat yourself up over perceived and inadequacies. Everyone is doing their best. Forgive yourself for apparent failures and allow the same for others. Give yourself space. If you need to withdraw from the world for a while, do that. If you don't have the energy to do anything or take on new projects, politely decline. Being able to say no and set healthy boundaries has never been more important. Don't worry about the small things or blow up minor incidents into huge and unnecessary drama. It's easy to overreact and let minor things consume your energy and precious time, or to procrastinate over unimportant tasks as you seek a dopamine hit to soothe your stress, focus, and clarity. Reclarify. Get clear on your goal and remove extraneous duties. There are more distractions these days and people are more easily distracted. A terrible combination. This lack of attention on the present moment and the task at hand can affect your well-being, lead to frustration, and pull you away from what you are trying to achieve. Ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? If not, it doesn't matter now. Ask, is this getting me closer to my dream or dragging me further from the finish line? If it is the latter, pivot and refocus. These are extraordinary, strange, and overwhelming times. You need to figure out what you can control and let go of the rest for your own peace of mind. I agree 100% with that card. We go around trying to please everybody, and it never works. They're pleased and you're not. So what we got is the Messenger Oracle, and we've got some interesting cards that come out with this one. We got Reveal Your Truth. She's taken off the mask, and she's actually beautiful underneath. When you were born, your soul shone bright. As you grew, you were taught of right and wrong. You were taught how to think, how to live, how to believe in a way that makes you fearful to say no. To disagree is to risk alienation from family and society, and so you hide your true thoughts and feelings behind a mask. That mask hides your light. Cast it aside, embrace and live your truth, and let your soul shine once more. I love that because we do want to let her, and she's got a heart right there on her third eye. She is really beautiful, and I don't know why she has the mask on in the first place, other than she might be feeling that she's not good enough, and we're all good enough. We're all beautiful in our Creator. And we've got to, it says embrace the dark side, the dark. And I know we need to embrace the dark. I gotta go shut my door. Hang on. Dogs like to wing that door. Okay, now she reminds me of the crone, and she's got the moon behind her. And looks like her angel at her side. And this right here is a little angel. She's got angels all around us. And we will have angels all around us, but we have to embrace the dark side because there is reasons for that. You have been taught that all is either good or evil, negative or positive. That good gives rise to good and bad gives rise to bad. It is wrong to have feelings of anger, dislike, or fear, as these emotions are born of our shadow self. This is not truth. Everything happens for a reason. Love can give rise to destruction, and hate can inspire acts of genuine love. The lessons offered by our shadow often teach us the most. Know your shadow self, love it. Without the darkness, the stars cannot be seen. Yeah. We are going to have dark moments in our lives, and we have to learn how to react to them. See the signs. I got the mail lady out there beeping. Give me a minute. Okay. See the signs. I wanted to say one more thing about the dark shadows. We have to use those as learning tools. What triggered us? What made it dark? What made it negative? What made it positive? We've got to look at things like that. Where my husband and I are not material possession things, he kind of is, but I'm not at all. I'm more love the living, the animals, the people, the living things. I don't like the things, the crap that people collect. Not into that at all. So my mom was a pack rat. Not dirty, but oh my God, she just loved to buy things. You gotta buy everything and gotta look beautiful and gotta have this and because I gotta impress the Joneses. Yeah, that's not me. Not me at all. Okay, but there's a lot of people like that. Lots. We often sent we are often sent small signs in the form of synchronicities and coincidences. Be watchful. Do not overlook them in the everyday rush of life. Words, numbers, and symbols that repeat, animals and birds that appear on your path, people who come in and out of your life at odd or similar moments, and those flashes of knowing when you believe something will appear with every fiber of your being. These are all things you are meant to see and hear, messages from Gaia and Great Spirit sent to aid your journey. Yeah, they've got the lion right here, and we've got the dove with the white feathers, which is our guardian angels are around us. We have the human in earth and the yellow butterflies of light and the dark butterflies, the lavender or the purple. And we have the golden egg is protected in our cosmos for us. This card is, oh, and then he's got the black wolf. So he's got all the protection and he's looking for the signs. We really have to look to the signs. Okay, now that one was a great one. Let's see what else we got. There is so many. I'm going to go to the Human Spirit Oracle because this is 26, which is an 8, which is infinity. Bound for boundaries, private no entry, private property, restricted area, keep out. Cross this line, I dare you. It is time to put up your fences, set boundaries, and keep them in place. Now is the time to know what your boundaries are. Sometimes we do things to please people or avoid conflict. It's acceptable to close your gates and say no or no more. Everyday situations sometimes have us stretching our boundaries, whether at work or home. This can leave you feeling uncomfortable. It can leave you feeling somewhat resentful, or perhaps even leave you feeling like everybody's doormat. You have permission as the captain of this ship to recognize this moment and steer clear of it. I completely agree. Things manifest in your time when you need them because you need them. Okay, we are going to go to the angels and ancestors because we only got one card and I kept shuffling and shuffling. Usually we get 2 or 3 cards with this one. We only got one. And I think this card says it all. Peacekeeper, a harmonious resolution is possible with the white buffalo. Choose peace. Conflicts are coming to an end. You deserve to experience happiness and contentment. The Peacekeeper card portrays a Lakota First Nations woman honoring the Lakota deity white buffalo calf woman who brought the sacred pipe to the people. This pipe, which she holds in her hands, is a symbol of peace. emblematic of surrendering the need to fight and offering harmony instead. The peacekeeper is a soul who knows what it's like to feel under threat and to stand up for what she believes in and what is right. Her medicine helps you to take the higher road in every situation, even if you're under pressure to make a quick decision. It is a reminder that within your hands lies the power to make the right choices for all involved. You may be feeling on edge due to a stressful situation. There's a warrior within you that wants to rise up, prove your point, and get the truth across. But you're being reminded by ancestor wisdom that truth will always be revealed in the end. It's more important at this time to avoid arguments or heated discussions where you know you'll be fighting a losing battle. There is much more power in choosing to move forward from a higher perspective. This will allow you to connect deeply to the guidance within and the intuition that will lead you towards the healing of the whole situation, along with any wounds it may have inflicted on you. Choose peace. You know it's calling you. That's a good card. I like the peacekeeper. I like keeping the peace. I think that sometimes it's hard to keep the peace. You know, you look at something as like insignificant, and it might not be insignificant to the person that you're looking at. We're going to go to the dream. Okay, no, we got to go to this one. We got to go to the gateway of light activation. And as we got the girl in the mass, and it was the truth, we got the temple of truth, throat chakra, authenticity, and self-expression. The throat chakra is found between our collarbones and is the energetic center that governs everything to do with truth, communication, and self-expression. Whenever we have to speak up, raise our voices, or even just get our emotions out, it is activated. We'll often feel when this space is clogged up energetically or when it needs to open because we feel a lump in our throat and even our heart. Yeah, I just said that the other day. This card transports us to the temple of truth, the inner energetic gateway that supports our truest form of expression. The image shows that this is bright, airy, open space with flowing water. This represents the emotions that run through us. Emotions are powerful messengers, and if we don't attend to what needs to come out or through us, they build up. And before we know it, we are overwhelmed by them. When you are brought to this space, you're being reminded of the importance of your identity and your self-expression in this lifetime. Acknowledging who you are, who you have to be, and who you are becoming is so important for the unfoldment of your path. There's an old story that the truth hurts. This gateway reminds you that, in fact, the truth heals. Your truth is your truth, and it's important for you to honor it with every facet of your being. This isn't the first incarnation in which you have felt the importance of honesty and authenticity, but it may be the first in which you have had all freedom, full freedom of your expression. This gateway coming to you today is a message that there is something buried deep inside you that you haven't expressed, and this is causing energetic blockages on your ever unfolding path. It is a time to love yourself enough to honor the feelings that are rising up in you, for they are divine guidance that will bring you into greater alignment. Yeah, we need to get grounded. We need to definitely. Looks like it's going to rain here in Florida today. We had rain yesterday, and today it looks like it's going to rain again. Okay, I'm going to save these two for last. And I am going to go to the Dreams of Gaia. So we've got Where are you? We've got number 12, and that is the counselor. I can find him. There he is. I knew he was water. And this is a 12, which is a 3. The counselor is a beautiful card. It's a water card. So he's a fish in the water. He's got this source above his head. He's got the throat chakra lit up with a star and a heart right here. Because he sees love, the whales. Yeah, this is a beautiful card. A time of questions and mixed emotions. Look beyond the words to the emotions. Mix or confuse emotions. Listen, listen, hear, hear. Speak objective counsel. An emotionally complex situation. A lack of empathy. An opportunity for understanding. Be receptive, not rejecting. Or feelings preventing a resolution. The counselor of water represents one who stands high and an elder, advisor, or wise man or woman, whom the king or queen call upon to discuss their feelings regarding a situation or experiencing a concern. She or he is someone who is trusted. They are a caring, compassionate person who will listen actively, only interrupting the flow to ask a question if there is need. Of course, I got to let my dog out because he's going to come in and out and he's going to get in trouble. He's going to get a thought pattern from me. All right. I think I missed some stuff because yeah, it wasn't recording. So, and I'm not sure where it quit recording. So I am going to just keep going on and see how it turns out because I don't want to redo this. We got the Queen of Air. Oh no, she's not till later. The dog has me all messed up because he had to go in and out and in and out and in and out. Okay. We've got the 5 of water, and I call this the praying, meditating woman. Feeling alone and isolated without hope, consumed by fear and doubts, unable to see a way forward, trapped in the moment, feeling angry and betrayed, mourn your loss and playing the victim. Yeah, this is a victim card. This is symbolizes the need to allow yourself to work through your grief and take as much time as you need, allowing the emotions to flow and flow along with them, but not to the extent that they threaten to overwhelm you or have you lashing out at others. You need to remember that you have people around you who love you. Look up. While they may feel alone, you are not. There are people around you who have also experienced loss. They know, they understand, allow them to be there for you in your time of need. Okay. Okay. With the water, we got the the 9 of wands, and that's defense. Protect what is yours by all means, but free up your thinking, create some mental space to plan the future. The 9 sees you exerting yourself to the full, protecting your job, your property, and otherwise defending your actions. You may have made sacrifices in this past and feel that you need to justify these by staying put. However, you may need to ask yourself if you're holding on too tightly due to fear. Is this need for constant vigilance an exhausting habit rather than a free choice? I see a lot of that. I see a lot of people loving things and just going through the motions. Okay, we got a number 13, the Queen of Air. Time to be realistic, be observant, plan, organize, and determine your course of action and need for emotional detachment. Be decisive and precise. Choose your words with care. Stick to the facts and don't allow your intelligence to alienate. Uh, the queen is also a master weaver who creates her reality with precision and skill. She uses her knowledge and intellect to plan, organize, and to determine the best strategy required to achieve her goals and objectives. There is not much the Queen of Air does in her day that she need not consciously choose and anticipate. She is precise, miraculous, and is always in control of the loom that is her life. The web she weaves is of her own making. She might not be the most spontaneous of people, but she knows what she wants and she knows how to get it. Seek out the Queen of Air or embody her if you want the same for yourself. Yeah. And just in case we did not, because I have this feeling I was not recording on these two cards. So I am going to read the 8 of Fire right now that I read because she came in reverse. So she is an obstacle. I know you might see it twice, but I don't think I was recording when I read this because when I hit, it said you were recording. Don't halt your own progress or hamper your growth at this time, even if you may feel a bit lazy or even apathetic. Be your own advocate rather than your own enemy and challenge yourself if you find yourself unwilling to act. The 8 of Fire reverse speaks to us when we are experiencing either a lazy mind or body, and it serves as a reminder that those consequences will be of your own making. If you have become a perpetual planner who never follows through, or if you always promise and then fail to deliver, or even if you just feel it is all too much like hard work. The 8 of Fire reversed appears to warn that inaction is always a choice, and one that can have dire consequences. Now is the time to get up and move to avoid having your life transformed in a manner that is not to your liking. And with that, you got choices. That was the clarifier. And as you see, the choices, he's made his choice. He's in love. Okay. She's blue. She's cold. She's looking away. She hasn't made her choice yet. So there's all kinds of choices in that card. So if we did read it, you're going to see it again. Maybe you'll hear something different because I just didn't want to skip that because it said it wasn't recording. So now with that, we got why does it okay. Hmm. All right. We got the Queen of Wands as a clarifier for that. And it's passion. Follow your intuition to make the best decision in relationship, work, and projects. Okay. And then this one come out. So I kept it because I know why I kept it now, because this is the Queen of Wands and this is the King of Pentacles that showed up. This is passion and this is trust. The king reveals a man who is ambitious, trustworthy, and protective. When he commits to a project or relationship, he is loyal to the last. He can be a powerful business owner or leader. He has a hands-on attitude as the U card in a reading. He represents generosity and love. What you gain, you share with the people who are important to you. Protect what is yours while helping those on their way up the ladder. Enjoy the rewards that success brings. So yeah, we've got a lot of success, but we have a lot of things that we have to work out in the background of us. And I don't know, guys. It's just right now we're at a pivotal point in the game. Okay, we are going to read Divine Master, Sanat Kamara, open channel, signs, codes, downloads, and sacred information. Yes, that's what we're on. Sanata Kamara, which means eternal youth, is an advanced cosmic light being who is dedicated to helping the earth rise up towards the light. He is deeply passionate about supporting those on earth who feel called to fulfill their life purpose and make a difference. This brilliant guardian of light has been acknowledged in many different traditions and even has a temple dedicated to him in Kyoto, Japan. Legend has it that he came from Venus 6.5 million years ago and is eternally 16 years old due to the atmospheric differences between the two planets. In the Ascending Master teachings, Lord Kamara is the regent of Earth and of humanity, the head of the spiritual hierarchy that governs spiritual guidance and supports the Earth's evolution. Much of the information about him states that he resides upon the etheric plains in Shambhala, the city of light, hidden in the Himalayas. Santa Kamara is also the head of the Venetians and the twin flame of Lady Venus. Hearing high-pitched noises, seeing flickers of light, and having the sense that beings are visiting you in sleep or meditation are all signs that you are receiving downloads from heaven right now. You are an open channel to source codes and information that can help you understand how your life can be more aligned to the energy of purpose and meaning. If you are feeling highly psychic or intuitive, or are feeling a particular message rising up from within, this card is here to help you trust in what you are receiving and encouraging you to follow through on guidance. Whether you are experiencing more signs, downloads, or spiritual experiences than usual, or it's an entirely new experience for you, it's important to take some time in contemplation and meditation now. Signs are wondrous moments, but it's also important to reflect on them, for they can have crucial life-affirming information that will support you on your path. Know that you are being guided and were born to be the light. I like that. We were born to be the light. We have to remember that. Now, the Golden Future Oracle. We got a number 16, which is a 7, and it's psychic gifts. Learn to trust your intuition. It's interesting how we got the trust card there. Trust. When the frequencies of people's throat chakras become fully fifth dimensional, they become telepathic. This engenders direct, honest and clear communication, which in turn creates trust, peace, and a sense of safety. Clairvoyance and remote viewing are possible when certain chambers of the third eye chakra are activated. In the golden future, everyone will see auras and energy fields, so everything will be revealed. We will know exactly who everyone is and their gifts and talents, as well as how they feel. Everyone will be able to send and receive video messages directly from the third eye to third eye and tune in to what is happening far away. Many will be able to see into the future. As the veils between the worlds thin, people will see clairvoyantly through the dimension into the spiritual and angelic realms and communicate with the beings of light who guide and help us. In the golden future, people's calm, clear minds will enable their psychic gifts to develop. Choosing this card indicates it is time to ask Archangel Muriel, the beautiful pink and white angel of love, compassion, and harmony, to help you develop your psychic chakras and have confidence in the guidance you receive. She enables you to see with new eyes and to trust your sixth sense. So center yourself and clear your mind. The more deeply you relax and soothe your thoughts, the emotions, the easier it will become to bring forward your psychic and spiritual gifts. Be very aware of your gut feelings and act on them. Observe our psychic impressions about people and learn to trust what you receive. Practice looking through the slightly beyond people and trees to sense that their auras reveal. Validate your flashes of intuition and and they will become stronger and more frequent. This was a beautiful reading, and all I can take away of this reading is that we need to work on ourselves. We have to quit working on everybody, quit worrying about what everybody's doing, and work on ourselves. So start manifesting, start meditating. And right now I am getting ready to go out and meditate and lay in the sun, because that is going to be my moment in time that I have to reflect on the weekend or the week prior to what I'm doing and saying and feeling and all that. So yeah, I will be amscraying here in a minute. So I hope everybody has an amazing, magical Friday. And you know what, everybody? I love you. I love everybody. May every step in your journey be magical. And like I always say, just be you.